Hello and welcome. In today's video, I'm so excited to show you the brand new eyeshadow palette by Simply Posh Cosmetics Genuine Gems. It's a beauty. Just a little sneak peek there. I'm not going to show you too much. So if you like that kind of content, make sure you stay tuned. Hello and welcome, my friends. New or returning, I appreciate you being here. I hope you're excited about today's video. I am going to show you the brand new eyeshadow palette by Simply Posh Cosmetics. It is called Genuine Gems and she is a beauty. Oh yes, she is. Look at that. So pretty. Yes, and I do love that Simply Posh Cosmetics, they make their eyeshadows removable. So all those pans can be removed. So I'm so excited. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. But yes, if you do like this kind of content though, where we talk about indie brands, eyeshadow palettes for sure, because I love eyeshadow palettes, just makeup in general. Please make sure you give this video a like, thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Turn on all notifications. Otherwise, let's get right into the video. All right, so as you can see, I don't have any eyeshadow on because we're going to do 2 looks today. I've already made 1 look with this palette, so it'll be 3 looks in total. And I actually am posting more on Instagram, so if you want to check that out, I did post a look using this palette yesterday. And my Instagram is CoralieRose77, so check me out on there. I am doing way more over there now than I was. I'm finally catching on, you know. So yeah, it takes me a little bit, but I'm finally there. So yeah, so check me out on Instagram. Otherwise, today we're going to do a couple of looks using this brand new palette. So excited. Actually got to me pretty quickly. I am impressed. Simply Posh, I feel like a lot of the indie brands, I feel like turn some people off because they can take a while to ship. There's a lot of pre-orders. You know, there's small companies trying to make it. So they have small teams and it takes a little bit longer for them to get, shipments out and get the products together. But I do appreciate Simply Posh Cosmetics so far. I've had no issues with shipping. They've shipped to me very quickly. I've been impressed. So yes, so far I have several of their palettes, which maybe I'll show you here in a minute, but we're going to make a look, or actually 2 looks with this palette today. So most of my base is done other than eyebrows, because I did want to show you, possibly we might try something with that, but I don't want to mess up my look, so we'll see how that goes. But yes, so just to show you what I'm wearing today, I am finally getting some use out of this Essence Hello Good Stuff primer. So I have that on, and it does really remind me of Glow Recipes Watermelon Serum. It does really remind me of that. It has that same watermelon scent for sure. I am wearing for my foundation, I'm doing my usual mix of the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter in Fair 1. That is a shade I've been getting the most use out of. And I've mixed it with 2 shades of the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow foundation. I have shades 6.5, which is a little bit darker, and 5, which is a little bit lighter. So mixing these 2 at this point, with where my skin tone is right now, seems to work really, really well. So I'm wearing those. I am really trying to get some use out of my Pat McGrath concealer. I've had this, it'll be going on 2 years, I think, soon. So it's really time to get rid of it. Looking at it, the way the darkness here, and then it gets a little bit lighter right here, I think I'm about right there as far as this concealer, if you can see that, sorry. But yeah, if you can see the color shift there, I think I'm right about there as far as using that up. So yeah, so I've been using this pretty much, nonstop, just to be able to use it, because I don't want to have to throw it away, and I know it's beyond its lifespan. I don't recommend that, but yeah, I want to use it up as much as I can. It doesn't smell funny. It hasn't irritated my eyes, so I think I'm safe right now. But if I'm going to try to use it up by the end of the year. If I don't, then it's time to toss it. Also, just a shout out here, the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer. I do have mine in medium. I kind of wish at this point I had gotten the fair one, but it's so expensive and it's so big that I'm not going to go out and buy another one. So I'm making it work. So that is what I'm wearing now. And then over top of that, I do like to do cream and powder. It's just the way I like to do things. I'm wearing the Melt Cosmetics bronzer in Santa Cruz. It is their Ultra Matte. It looks very, very intimidating in here. It's very dark in the pan, but I can tell you just by experience, it does not translate nearly as dark as what it looks like in the pan. So if you were at all concerned about that, it's actually very, very light. It has a nice neutral, almost cool undertone. So if you're more fair or have cool undertones, or just looking for something to wear more as like a sculpting contour, I really highly recommend that. It's working really, really well for me. And then I am really trying out this Sigma Soft Focus powder, this loose setting powder. Mine's in Vanilla Bean. So far that's been working really well for me. I wasn't sure at first how I felt about it, but the more I've used it, I do like it more and more. So that is what I'm wearing right now as well. So just wanted to show you those products. And then Patrick Ta, I have been really trying to get some use out of this. This is the Holiday Face Palette. 2 cream blushes, 2 powder blushes, like a cream balmy kind of highlighter, and then a highlighter. I can tell you though, I do not like these 2 products. So 2 out of the 3 are working for me, or I guess 4 out of the 6 technically. But yeah, 2/3 of the palette I'm getting use out of. But I do have to say, even though that is the case, I still am glad I purchased it, because these 2 tones of blushes, I just feel are so universal for like my skin tone, lighter, maybe even, you know, light medium skin tone. These have been really working well for my skin tone. So they did start off really powdery, the blushes did, but the more I've worn them, it's almost like the first layer was very powdery, and then ever since then I haven't had the powder kick up that I had at first. So I don't know, but I've been using this a lot, trying to get a lot of use out of it, see how I feel about it. But again, I do like the blushes, not the highlighter. So I don't know, but I'd recommend, if you were interested at all, wait till the sale. If you can get it on sale, Sephora during the VIB sale coming up here very soon, if not already when this posts, I highly recommend buying that on that sale. All right, so the Genuine Gems palette, there she is. So Simply Posh Cosmetics, we have 6 duochrome shadows here in the center, and this is just in line with the rest of the palettes that look like this. You have 6 of a little bit lighter tone shadows here, and then your deeper, you know, more of like deepening shades here if you want to give like a more smoky look, but you'll see the tones are just slightly different. But what I do appreciate in here is that they seem to make a nice little column here of eyeshadow looks. So if you want to keep it very, very simple and just use 3 shadows, they start with your lighter shade, your duochrome, and then your deepening shade. So I do appreciate that. And actually what I did last night is I combined these 2 rows with the look I made last night. So my goal for today, if I can do it, we'll see how the tones look together, but I want to try to combine these 2 rows for one look and then these 2 rows for the other look. So we're going to see how that goes, so we can make 2 looks. But I'm just looking at the website here. So just to give you an idea with my order, so you can kind of know what to expect. The eyeshadow did retail for $45 USD. My shipping for my location, I am in the Eastern US, was $8.61. And actually they did not charge any taxes. So just to be aware of that. So my total cost for this palette was $53.61, just to kind of give you an idea. I know sometimes the shipping can be a little bit overwhelming with indie brands. I know that might be a turnoff for some people, but I highly recommend, if you get a chance to try out some indie brands, definitely recommend them. So, but again, just to give you an idea of the palette, Genuine Gems Shadow Palette, 18 pan palette, 6 duochrome shimmers, 12 mattes, cruelty free and vegan. It's a magnetic palette base and pan, so that way you can switch shades, you know, change, make your own color story, switch them from palette to palette. I do appreciate that. Like I said, I really like that. The net weight is 25.2 grams or 0.005 ounces. They're talc free, mineral oil free, paraben free, cruelty free. They say best used with an eye primer or base. It says, our Genuine Gems is a jewel tone palette with 12 pigmented mattes and 6 super sparkly duochrome shimmers. Our palettes are arranged in an organized format that is very beginner friendly. Each column consists of 3 shadows that can be used to create one look. You can rearrange the shadows to your liking with our magnetic pans. And it just says, caution and warning, discontinue use if sign of rash or irritation occur. Pressed pigment shades are not intended for use in the immediate eye area. Now, I will give you that warning. Now, I've never had any issue, but they do have to state that in there so that anybody, it does have an issue, that it doesn't cause a problem for the brand, because they've given you a warning. So, but I've never found any issue with any of these. And that's just based on industry standards as far as, you know, having to state that. So, all right. So I think next we'll go ahead and do some swatches here. We'll show you the full gamut of shadows here. And I don't know if these have, yeah, they do have names. So I'm gonna do the swatches and then again give you the names like I've done before. So what I'm gonna do though instead, because I want you to kind of see the color stories, is I'm gonna go down each column to show you how they look together. They have such a pretty embossing on here, like I almost don't want to mess it up. But I'm like, I have to use a palette, but it's so pretty. They look like little gems. Like, it's so cute how they did it. So first column, tourmaline, luxurious, amethyst. Second column, ruby, precious, garnet. Third column, amber, rare, topaz. Fourth column, citrine, Carrot, Bronzite. Fifth column, Jade, Clarity, Emerald. Sixth column, Blue Topaz, Brilliance, Sapphire. All right, so there she is. Very, very pretty, very jewel toned, no doubt. I love it. So, so pretty. I know my friend Smithy Sony, hi Smithy, is gonna love this palette. I know hers just arrived, so I'm like, yay, can't wait to see her looks. Yeah, so that is a little bit about the palette. I think it's gorgeous. And I have all their other palettes, which I will just show you here very briefly so you can see all their other palettes, but they're so, so pretty. So these are the other palettes I have of theirs. I don't know if they have any before this, but this is just when I discovered the brand and the palettes I've purchased. But I have Icy Chill, which is an all duochrome palette, which is so pretty. This is going to be so pretty for like winter time. So I believe they said they're coming back out with that this winter, so check that out if you're interested. I have Northern Lights, which is another all duochrome palette, which is so, so pretty. Love these tones. I have Cozy Cabin, which is very, very pretty. And again, this is a style palette just like Genuine Gems. So same type of palette where you get to try out some of their mattes as well. I have Picking Peonies, which based on color story so far has been my favorite, but we shall see if it remains favorite. And then the one that I bought previous to this one, which is on their website as well, if you do decide to pick up Genuine Gems, if you want to try another palette, this one is available right now as well, is Fairy Tale Fairies, which is really, really pretty. This was really pretty for spring and summer. But yeah, so far, I think it's just in line with the rest of their palettes. So, so pretty. All right, so next we're gonna do a look, and I think I'll just do one look each eye so we can see this palette in full force. And like I said, I'll throw in the third look that I did, technically first look last night. So this will be look 2 and 3. So I think for the right eye, I'm gonna go ahead and concentrate these two first columns here, and then the left eye will do the last 2 columns. But again, like I said, the look I did last night was using these 2 middle columns because I thought that'd be really pretty for like this time for Halloween coming up. So that's why I posted that one, but we're gonna go ahead and do our eye look. Now my eyes are already technically primed. I just use, honestly, majority of the time I just use my concealer. I try to get into like regular primers, but again, it's just one of those things I forget to have a primer ready, so I end up just using my concealer. So that's what we're gonna use. So again, this is gonna be a very deep look, again, because these colors are very deep. So I think I'm gonna start out with this color first. And there's a little bit of kick up, but not too bad. And again, this palette's going to give you deeper looks overall. So again, if you're not into deeper, colorful palettes or looks, then this definitely won't be the palette for you. But they have plenty of other ones to, choose from. When they do have them up, like Fairy Tale Fairies might be a good one for you if you're into like lighter tones, but still colorful. So that's just that first shadow so far. Now in my crease, I'm going to go with this shade here, just to deepen it up a little bit more. So that's that second shade. Then I'm gonna go into this shade here. So what I've used so far is Ruby, Tourmaline. I'm gonna use Garnet next. So there it is so far. Again, we're not worrying about blending right now. We're just putting the colors on. And then I'm gonna use Amethyst last. So I'm just gonna blend a little bit. So I think I will apply this shadow first, which is Precious. I'm gonna do that towards the middle here. Let's see how this looks. And then I'm gonna go in the inner corner with Luxurious. Now you could have gone reverse with that if you wanted to. I just knew that I figured the purple would be a little bit lighter, so I wanted that to be more in the inner corner. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back into this Tourmaline shade into the crease and just trying to give that a little bit more of that color back. So I felt like I lost a little bit of it. And then I'm going to blend out just a little bit more with that previous one I used with the red. So I'm going to go under the eye with that amethyst and garnet shades. Maybe try to blend those together just a little bit, or maybe start with the amethyst first. And then I'm going to blend out a little bit with just that garnet shade. And then I'm going to do the same too with the two duochromes. So I'm going to put the red one towards the center, and then the luxurious one towards the corner. All right, so I'm going to finish up that one and I'll be right back. All right, so that's that eye look so far. Sorry, not my best, but I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone and work more with colors, so bear with me. And then now we're going to work on the other eye look. So just in the same fashion, I'm going to try to do the lighter tones and then go with the deeper tones. So to start this one, I'm going to start with this color Jade. Kind of put that over the majority of the lid. And I haven't done my eyebrows yet either, because like I said, I'm gonna, hopefully we're gonna try this new thing I got recently, see how that works. So next we're gonna go into Blue Topaz and use that in the crease. I'm sorry if this isn't the most blended, but I have trouble with darker shades, and I don't know why, I just always feel like I have patchiness. Again, so we're going to apply the next color and then we'll go back and blend a little bit better here in a minute, but I'm going to go with the shade Emerald. Actually, I think we'll do Sapphire first. But then next we're going to go with Emerald, which is that green. And again, we'll blend a little bit better at the end, but there's at least the base. So in the middle part of the eye, I'm going to use this color here called Brilliance. Ooh, that's pretty. And this formula is a little bit of a drier formula. It's not going to be like that metallic, wet feeling, you know, foiled kind of look. They're definitely a little drier and a little bit more pressed in there. And on the normal, everyday fashion, I would recommend doing your eye look first with these. There is definitely a little bit of fallout, and then go back in and, you know what I mean, finish up with your face. But again, just because I wanted to focus on the eye looks and not worry about the face, I wanted to have that all done. And then I'm going to go in with this shade Clarity for the inner part of the eye there. So that's majority of the look here. I'm just going to blend a little bit better and we'll go from there. All right, and in the same fashion, I'm going to go under the eye with these two. So I guess I'll start with the blue first. And then I'll blend it out a little bit with the green. Sorry, I apologize. I'm having to look down here at my mirror, so I apologize. And in the same fashion, do the two duochromes on the lower eyelid as well. All right, I'm gonna finish up this eye look and then we'll come back, do the brows, do that, and then finish up the entire look. So be right back. All right, guys, here's the final look. Right, you have to let me know what you think. Not my best work ever, but I am trying to venture out a little bit into more colorful looks. So I appreciate you being kind, because it's not my best look ever, but I really tried. I did, I promise. I think I like yesterday's look better. It was just more in like my comfort zone, with more of those like kind of murky greens and yellows and that kind of stuff, more so than very bright colors like this. So yeah, but let me know what you think. Hope I did okay. Hope I did it some justice. But yeah, it's a beautiful palette. Let me know what you think of the palette overall. I think for $45, it's money well spent. Again, though, these are duochromes, they're not multi-chromes. They're not going to give you like a, you know, significant shift. So just remember that. I mean, you will see some shift, but again, they're not multi-chromes. So, you know, keep that in mind. The shift won't be as dramatic, but definitely a very pretty jewel tone palette. So those of you that love jewel tones, I'm sure you'll enjoy. You'll have to let me know what you think though. And sorry, I did go ahead and just do some basic brows. I figured this was enough of a challenge for me that I didn't want to have to worry about messing up my brows and then like the whole thing just going worse. I was like, or going downhill. So we'll have to do the brows another day, but just to give you a sneak peek, I bought the Brow Trio or Trio Brow, whatever it's called, where it has a little stamp. Sorry, there's other stuff in here as well. So it has the stamp and the pomade, and I'm actually very eager to try too. I wonder if it'll work with other pomades like Anastasia Beverly Hills. I still have one of their brow pomades that I really haven't gotten any use out of, so I'm curious to see if it'll work with that. But it has a little separate stamper there, and I've already used it once. And then I also got Mad Love. I got their like stamp as well. So I have actually used both of these once. I can't really say what's a favorite yet though, because I'm still working with them, but I'll show you here side by side coming up soon. I do like that the Brow Trio has more of their stencils, like more of the, you know what I mean? They have more of these, of their little stencil. And then Mad Love, I do like that it's all contained though. That's pretty nice. And I like the color. The undertones of this one a little bit better than I do of the Brow Trio, but I got both of them in soft brown. So, but there is a little bit of color variance from one to the other, but that's why I was curious. I like the fact that this is its own stamper, and in that way you can use it for other, you know what I mean, in other pomades, I'm hoping. So I'm going to try that. We're going to see how that goes. But yeah, so I hope you did enjoy this video. Let me know what you think down below. Again, this is just a first impressions. I used it yesterday. I've used it today. So I've just now used the entire palette basically. And then so far I do like it. Again, it'll really depend on how much use you think you'll get out of this. So if you're a neutral color, neutral eyeshadow palette wearer like I am most of the time, this might not be the one for you. But again, I think the formula is still very nice. So, but let me know what you think down below. If you did like this look, you know, hopefully I did okay, then please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, turn on all notifications. Let me know what you've picked up recently, just a heads up, just so you can see some of the other things that I've recently picked up. Insanity, pure insanity. Let me show you real quick. And if you can even believe it, there's even more to come too. So I got both Pat McGrath, the little 5 pans, Bronze Bliss. We have Bronze Bliss and the Celestial Nirvana line, and then this one's Nude Allure. So I'll have reviews coming up on both of those coming up. I bought 2 from Blend Bunny Cosmetics, the All Done Up palette, which so far I'm loving this palette. So pretty. So I got that one, and then I did pick up the Primal because Sony's always talking about this one so much, so that I have like a one, you know, all colorful shadows, so I can do like my multi-chromes, duochromes. I have something to go, you know, to do those. I've already tried the All Done Up palette, but I haven't tried the Primal yet. So I have the new Lethal Cosmetics, Teresa is Lethal. God, I can't talk. And then I have the one from previous 2, Lethal is Dead. So I wanted to try both of these and see, you know what I mean, what I think of the comparison of those two. So I picked up the Terra Moon's Cosmic Wanderer, another colorful one that I'm gonna have to get out of my comfort zone for. Oh my goodness, but it's so pretty. So pretty. So we got that to review. I recently showed on my Instagram, this is Gloss Gods Cosmetics, they're overseas. The new neutrals, very pretty, and these shimmer, you know, metallic shades are insane. Vintage Glam, which I think is my favorite out of these 3, so pretty. I did a look with this one. It was, oh my gosh, just amazing. And then Look for Rainbows, which I'm still testing out. I haven't used this one yet, but I've used the other 2, and oh, they're gorgeous. I'm telling you, such good quality. And these came so quick from coming overseas. I think I got them within like a week. I was like, what in the world? But yeah, and then I have, sorry, I'm just gonna reach into my phone here and tell you what else I have coming, because it's just insanity. I'm telling you guys, So the other items I have coming, I did place that order, the Glamorous palette with Glaminatrix, which that's not even going to ship, I think, until November sometime. So that's just still sitting here in my, you know, to be shipped pile. I have Shroud Cosmetics, a Halloween palette. That still has to ship out. I have, oh, I bought the BK Beauty brushes, like her new core eye set. I didn't get the whole thing, but I got the eye set because I didn't really need face brushes. So I got the 4-piece eye brush set. Odin's Eye, I got the Christmas and Christmas Eve palette. Those are just shipped. Adept Cosmetics, I missed it. Apparently sold out within 3 minutes. The Minka palette, I was like, oh my gosh, but I got the pre-order. So it says it's gonna ship mid-December, but it will come out sooner if it can. So we'll see. Ensley Rain Cosmetics. Oh, also Adept Cosmetics, which I will put, you know, down below. I do have a code with them to save 10%. It's just Coralie Rose. If you do want to test them out, I really highly recommend Adept Cosmetics. They're amazing. Ensley Rain Cosmetics, I also have a code with them to save you 10%, and that one's also just Coralie Rose. But I did order the new Harvest Moon palette. That thing looks amazing. And I bought the Sagittarius palette because I am Sagittarius. So I did buy those. And then just a ColourPop, their newer palettes looked interesting to me. So I did pick those up as well. Yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, oh my gosh, but just stay tuned. A lot of stuff to come. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you spending your time with me. Otherwise, have an amazing day, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Bye. Oh yeah, real quick. I'm gonna insert this. Anybody looking for a new show? Oh my gosh, sorry if my eyes were a little bit puffy and red. I forgot to use my drops, but I was watching a brand new show on Netflix. It's called From Scratch. Zoe Saldana is the main character in there. Oh my gosh, she does such a good job in this movie, or this series. It's a short series. Oh my gosh, it is so good. If you are a hopeless romantic like I am, and you just want to see such a cute love story, but very sad, have your tissues ready. If you're somebody like me, I'm very stoic, or not very stoic. I don't want to say stoic, but I don't show my like emotions, like deep emotions very much. Like, you know, I don't get very emotional in front of people. But man, anytime I watch a show though, I don't know what it is. I don't know if, let me know if you're like this too, but I just get, all of a sudden it's like waterfalls. I'm like, I guess I'm holding in a lot of emotion. But anyways, but I highly recommend check it out, From Scratch on Netflix. It's such a cute romantic story. Yeah, it's so cute, but so sad at the same time. But I'm gonna go finish up watching that after I finish this up. So that's what I will be doing. So have fun. See you guys later. Bye. Hello and welcome. In today's video, I'm so excited to show you the brand new Simply Posh Cosmetics Eyeshadow Palette Genuine Gems. That sounded like a total infomercial. Oh. All right, let's try that again. So, just to give you a little bit, it is Glow Recipe, right? Glow Recipe water. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. To cream, the only thing you do, oh shoot. Stuck my freaking finger right in it, didn't I? Yep, sure did. This is our gem. Come on, Coralie, get it out. This is the first column. So, oops. No, I'm struggling to get those open. We have the something bronze. Oh, Moons Cosmic Wanderer. This is going to be another colorful one that I have to. Oops. This is going to be another colorful one that I have to. Wait, let me try that again since this stupid insert just fell out of there. Oh my gosh, that just feels like it was all over. Man, I hope I did okay. I mean, I'm not like an artist. I'm sorry. I did what I could, the best I could. So, I hope it's okay. But I feel very colorful, very like, woo! So yeah, and my poor chair. I'm getting my swatches everywhere. Oh my gosh. But that's even with rubbing swatches all over the place. Still pretty. Yay! Oh yeah. Real quick. I'm gonna insert this. It is called, how did I already forget what it's called?